No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. If there's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through, know that you are not alone and someone cares for you. As an individualization of divine point of view, this door is open to you. This door is open. This door right here, this door is open to is open for you. This door is open to you. This door is open. I'm talking about this door. This door is open. I said this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white or gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew.
Good morning. What a beautiful day. I love that there's just a hint of autumn in the air. I love that. My favorite season. So welcome. My name is Reverend Christy Korn. I am the Associate Minister here at Unity of the Blue Ridge. We've got another amazing Sunday celebration in store for us. We have Reverend Erin McCabe in the house. And you'll hear a little bit more about her in a little bit. And I just want to welcome you here in person. And if you want to turn around and wave to those on the live stream, thank you for joining us all around the world. It's wonderful. So how about we open in prayer? So let's just take a breath. You can close your eyes if you wish. So what I know is this: there is one life, one power, one creative energy that is the source of all. It is intelligence and peace. It is harmony and balance. It is love and wisdom. It is our guiding force, and I know that we come here today to get that at an even deeper level. This one life, interconnected with all that is. We are that drop in the ocean, and we are the ocean. And so we give thanks for the opportunity to gather in person, virtually all around the world, to recognize our divinity in one another, and to celebrate this amazing, mystical life. And so it is. Amen. And so now, if you would like to take the opportunity to greet one another with a namaste, recognizing that divinity in one another, and please be sure to namaste to our virtual community. Yeah, this is spiritual community. And you know, we've got a retreat coming up in October, and it's an opportunity for our virtual members and our virtual viewers to come here and experience the in-person celebration here at Unity of the Blue Ridge, so be sure to check that out. And now we're going to invite our children to go back. They've got lots of fun things planned today. So if you have a child that you would like to have participate in our youth program, you've got Reverend Barbara Ann and Reverend Gabby. And as they are ready to head out, let's extend a blessing to them. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the divinity in you. All right, have fun. And last week they had mentoring moments with Reverend Deborah Ogis talking about the chakras. So yeah. So if you have a skill or a talent that you would like to share, we've got another one coming up in September. And if you have a skill or talent that you'd like to share with our children, please see Reverend Gabby following the service today, or you can email the office and I will pass that along. Cat Williams back in the house, yeah. Well, there you go.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, walking down that freedom trail. Ain't gonna let negativity turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let negativity turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, walking down that freedom trail. Ain't gonna let appearances turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let appearances turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, walking down the freedom trail. Oh, ain't gonna let limitations turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let limitations turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, walking down the freedom trail. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, walking down the freedom trail. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, walking down the freedom trail.
So just a brief announcement. What I want to say is, as you can tell, we're still in our soft opening, yet we're continuing to expand. And part of that expansion is to create more more volunteer teams, sacred service teams, if you will. We have a new volunteer coordinator, Linda Jones. I'm calling you out here in the front. She's our new volunteer coordinator. And specifically what our needs are here to build some teams in-house. We have the most amazing welcome team. So thank you, Elle, and thank you, Kate, for following that up and sticking with that all through this time. And you've been amazing and really are so appreciated. So thank you for that. So welcome team, if you'd like to participate. We also have a new remodeled kitchen, and we will be having more events. And so what we're looking for is to create a hospitality team, which participates in special events, special Sunday services, etc. So if that interests you, if you have more questions about that, please see Linda. And there's so many more. There's a safety and security team. There's Habitat for Humanity, there's a labyrinth team, there's so many ways to get involved here. So if that interests you, please see Linda following any of the services, or I can hook you up via email with her. And I would like to introduce one of the coolest people I get to work with, which is Reverend Marty Simmerman. She's going to offer our inspirational reading.
Thank you, Christy. Kat, that was amazing. Thank you so much. And I know we haven't introduced Reverend Erin yet, but I am so excited to have her here. So please, you have a piece of my heart here, so glad to have you here. I just participated in a weekend retreat with John Rodell, who I've read a couple of his poems, and was really tempted to read another one, but am not doing that today, but I'll be back with them. Today I found a poem by Joey Harjo, who is a First Nations woman. She was the poet laureate from 2019 to 2022, the first First Nations person to hold that honor, and has been one of my favorite poets for a very long time. This poem is called Remember. Remember the sky you were born under. Know each of the stars' stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away tonight. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. Remember your father. He is your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are. Red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth. We are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, who all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them. Listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origin of this universe. Remember you are all people, and all people are you. Remember you are this universe, and this universe is you. Remember all is in motion, is growing, is you. Remember. remember Joey Harjo.
I just want to say how great it is to have this band. David Washington, we've got Dave and Joel and Pete and Kat, and Erin will be sharing her voice later too. So we are just so blessed. Yes, we are.
Something wonderful is happening in my life. I can feel it. Something wonderful is happening here. I can feel it. I can feel something wonderful is happening in this place. I can feel it. Something wonderful is in this place. I believe. Oh, I believe. Something wonderful is in my heart. I can feel it. I can feel something wonderful is in my heart. I believe, oh, I believe. In my life, I believe, oh, I believe. Something wonderful is in my life. I believe, oh, I believe. I believe. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, oh, I believe. I believe.
I believe. Well, now it is my absolute honor to welcome Reverend Erin McCabe. She is a senior minister at Unity Village Chapel. And we are blessed to have her here with us for the next 3 Sundays. So she's doing a series. She's a musician. She does have CDs available out on the table. So be sure once you hear her voice, you're going to be like, oh, yeah. So check that out. And senior minister, she has been serving since 2011, calling individuals to a higher consciousness. She's a singer-songwriter, multiple albums, and lives with passion for environmental stewardship. So she fits right in here. She serves as advisor to the AGNT Leadership Council, led by Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith. She is creator and host of AGNT, Speaks, and that's where they welcome global new thought leaders. That's a live weekly broadcast. And she's a founder and director of Campaign for Consciousness, annually uniting a virtual global community in conscious intention and unified affirmation as the foundation for global transformation and spiritual social action. She's just jam-packed with service, a heart of gold, an amazing voice, and unbelievable spirit. So please welcome Erin McCabe. Reverend Erin McCabe.
Hello, everyone. It is so good to be here with you. Check, 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 check. Somehow I'm off. Am I on? Am I off? Check, check, check. I wonder if I sat on it. You're getting it. Or you guys aren't getting it though, right? I'm not. I can tell you're not getting it. Check, check, check. We're off to a good start then. Let's just meditate. Thank you. All right. Check, 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 check. All right. Are you guys? Oh, you know what? This is too funny. I was thinking all morning. I'm thinking of. And then check, 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 check. Is that one working now? Yeah. It is? Where is it even? It's on your phone. Which one? Was it on my shirt the whole time? Was that the issue? No. It takes a village, people. It takes a village. I came from the village, and it takes a village. Here we go. And I am just laughing because, I know it's up my nose now, because my history of knowing you all, I'm going to give that back to you, is Chad O'Shea. It's not working again now? Check, check. But you did just hear it. We've got something mystical and metaphysical going on here. All right, we're going to do this one more time, and we're just going to be done, and we're going to... I do think this might be the spirit of Chad O'Shea. I don't know if this is true, but when I was in ministerial school with Reverend Darlene, right? And one of my favorite unity ministers who taught us in ministerial school was Reverend Robert Brumman. He is unity, underbelly of mind.
I do not understand.
It's depth of practice and soul. And he always said, you got to check out Unity of Asheville. And this guy, Chad O'Shea, and he told me about a time that the offering wasn't like what it maybe could have been or needed to be, and that he walked up and down doing a little dance, like a little almost strip tease, and had people like handing him money up and down the aisle. And I was like, now that's a minister that I think I could hang with. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, I've got this, chords coming out and all. I'm thinking, Chad, you stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I won't go there. But it is good to be here. It is good to be here. You have one of the most incredible reverends in the movement, right? I mean, I was thinking about it today. I don't think I've spoken at another Unity for a long time. I spent 2 years on the road. I was in ministerial school from 2003 to 2005, and I visited Unities all over and did guest speaking and guest music. And then I was a Unity of Montclair in New Jersey, and then at the Village for the last 10, 11 years. And I haven't done a lot of speaking at other places. And Darlene asked if I would come for her sabbatical. And I could not say no. I wanted to be here. And you literally have the top of the top. And I'm glad that you know that. And I know that a lot went into preparing for this time for you so that it would be spectacular. And I think we can keep it our little secret that when she gets back, everything's going to be even more thriving than it was when she left, right? Can you give her that surprise for me? Can you give her that gift for me? I'm on sabbatical too, and one of the little things in your mind is, especially in these interesting times, it's like, I know I need to do this because my mind needs it, my heart needs it, it's time, but is it going to be there when I get back? So we're going to be more when she gets back, aren't we? Because expansion doesn't stop, right? Charles Fillmore has a law of infinite expansion, and it is that we are expanding beings, right? We live in a spiral dynamic universe, and we are always a part of expansion. We have inner work to do, and that inner work is about letting the light shine. It's about that remembrance that Marty was talking about. Remember what is before you, right? But so often we get caught up in the busyness, don't we? So when Reverend Darlene planned for this, I could only imagine she was just going. Right before I left Unity Village for my sabbatical time, I packed up my bags and drove 5 hours up to my other minister girlfriend's house in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, just so I could get extra support time to get ready to go. Because there was so much to do, there were so many things to think about, right? And there was so much intention to be had. And I have a little one, I have a little 4-year-old, and I thought, I just need some grounding space. I'm gonna head up there and just get some support to get out the door. Do you ever feel like that sometimes when you go on a vacation or you try to relax, that it's almost like it takes more to take the time to wind down, right? Like, I just put in so much, it's like I almost just negated it. And then when you come back, sometimes it's like, oh, to catch up again, right? So when I was up there, I hadn't been up there for a while. When I was on the road, I went up there numerous times, but I hadn't been up there for a while. And I'm there now with my 4-year-old. So I know her neighborhood. I've been there for 19 years. You know, she's been in my life for 19 years. And so I've been to this town of Cedar Rapids, seen a couple of restaurants, done a couple of things. And all of a sudden I'm there, but I'm there with my 4-year-old. And so life is a little different, isn't it? So instead of doing the things we normally do, we did different things. And what I didn't know, I mean, I have what I think about her neighborhood or her town or whatever it is. And what I didn't know was that when we were looking at how to be in this new experience of what we're doing together, she said, well, we can just take a hike through the woods to the little petting farm where there are goats and chickens. And I'm thinking, where are there goats and chickens in walking distance from your house? I have no idea what you're talking about. She took me through this little path through the woods, this little trail, and it ended up, sure enough, by these, you know, like beautiful little fountains and a little garden and a petting zoo. Not a zoo, but a little petting place, perfect for a little one. And then on another walk, we went to a place that I didn't know was there, and a little manor, like a homestead. And there was a play going on there for kids, right in her backyard. And then as we're walking back home one of the times, rather than walking on the main streets with a toddler, I said, let's go down that alley. And there's an alley in between the houses, and it's gravel, and all the little walkways come up to it, and people are out there, you know, kind of connecting and talking. And I'm like, I love myself a good alley. I love anything that just changes the space, changes the pace. So we're just walking through the alley, and it's like noticing things that have been here for 19 years that I never saw before. And I was just marveling at that. And she told me a story, Reverend Brenda. She told me a story about when she used to be a runner. Her whole life she was a runner. And then at one point, the running was done, and she became a walker. And she said that this place that she had lived for so long that she ran around day after day transformed. Because all of a sudden now, she was walking. All of a sudden now, her pace was different. The space was different. She noticed things as if it was new. She noticed things that, as far as the eyes could see, may as well not have been there before. Amen? How much of that is the spiritual practice? How much of that is existent in every moment in the land of mindfulness? In the Nag Hammadi library, there's the Gospel of Thomas, and in the Gospel of Thomas, it says, Jesus said, know what is in front of your face, and what is hidden from you will be disclosed to you. Know what is in front of your face, and then what is hidden from you will be disclosed to you. That tells me that the master teacher in that sayings gospel is leading us into the insight that when we work with the mind, the reality transforms. That there are things here in front of us that we cannot see. Just a little shift, like having a 4-year-old, just a little shift. Okay, that's not a little shift. Going from running to walking. Awareness is everything. Awareness is everything. We act like and we walk around like in the human condition, circumstances are everything. That's what we show up like so often. We show up as if circumstances are everything, that they dictate everything. They are something that we need to operate within. And we live within the perceived limits of circumstances so often. But do you believe that there is a world in front of you that you are not seeing? A world in front of you that you are not seeing. Try that on today. On a collective level and on an individual level, right in front of us. A world within you that you have not experienced yet. Do you believe that? That there's a world within you you have not experienced yet? Do you believe that there's a world among us that we have not experienced yet or that we have not seen, but that is right here? No less here because we can't see it. You know, like different people can hear different tones, different sounds, right? Children can hear different sounds than we can hear. Animals can hear different sounds than we can hear. There's still just as much, it's all just as much right here. We are in the midst of it. And that's what the master teacher taught with the kingdom of God is within you, the kingdom of source, the kingdom of our being, the realm of consciousness, of awakening, of enlightenment, of expansion is within us and it is around us. We are immersed in it. It is. The good news is that means that there is a life within our lives. There is a relationship within your relationship. There's a marriage within your marriage. There's a home within your home. There's a community within your community, and there's a world within our world. That's the good news, isn't it? There's a world within our world. Layers of reality, dimensions untapped right here. So how do we get to it? How do we get there? Charles Fillmore taught us that faith is the perceiving power of the mind linked with the ability to shape substance. The perceiving power of the mind linked with the ability to shape substance. So we know that faith is a part of it, that having faith is a part of it. It's knowing that, trusting that even if I can't see it, I can feel it, I can know it's there. But sometimes on the spiritual journey, on the spiritual practice, we want to see it to be able to get to it, right? Like, how do I make a decision if I can't see anything? How do I know how to shift something if I can't see, if I don't have anything to go towards, if it's invisible, if I can't have that sight? So we know the principles and the practice around visualizing and about faith. But the gap to getting from that invisible to the visible, from here to there, can elude us. So what are our tools? What's our practice? Richard Rohr, who is a modern teacher of contemplation and mindfulness, he's a Franciscan priest. He talks about the mystic mind, and he says, the presence of God is infinite, everywhere, always and forever. You cannot not be in the presence of God. There is no other place to be. It is we who are not present to presence. We'll make any excuse to be anywhere else than right here. Right here, right now, never seems enough. It actually is. But it is we who are not aware enough yet. How often do we try to rush life by or hold on to it, right? It's either like, keep it going, like who hasn't wanted to take some of the stuff that's going on in this day and age, right? and just go like, come on, move on already, right? Or to hold on to the moments that feel good and just go, stay right here. Don't let go of me. I won't let go of you. But that's not the portal to the presence, is it? The portal to the presence is opening the heart and moving into every moment with trust, with faith, with vision, with heart, with authenticity, with the cultivation of mindfulness. And even in the midst of not being able to see it, standing in the knowing that it's here to bring it forth through our creative faculties. So that bridge of moving into the mystic mind is what that veil lifting is created from. It's only with the mystic mind or the awakened mind or the enlightened mind, the mindful mind, that we can perceive these things and experience them. And if we can't perceive them and experience them, it's practically not real, right? It's like running through the neighborhood and never seeing the things you could walk by. There is so much right here for each one of us in every moment. So one of the keys is to engage in an adventure of mindfulness and to slow down. What do you do if something's on fire? It's stop, drop, and roll, right? But how often do we stop? Everyone stop thinking for just a second. Just stop. Right? I remember one time going to one of Robert Brummett's meditations, and there are these. I think Darlene was at it, and they were these like 3-4 day silent meditations, and I thought we were going to go into the silence of the morning. We were supposed to have a talk the night before and then go into the silence, and we got in the room. We're all sitting there listening to him, and then he was only talking for a little bit, and he said, "Now, if there's anything you need to put aside, because we're going into the silence now." And I was just like, wait, but not yet, but my bag, my phone, wait, there's all these things. And it felt like someone was putting a muzzle on me. And it was this like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, silence for 3 days. Like, I need a little more prep than that. I need a little more warning. Like, I literally felt like someone just shoved a pillow on my face and was like, to do this. How often do we stop? How often do we slow down? How busy is your life? How busy is your mind? How full do you make things? How much space is there for stillness? For each one of us, it's different in any given moment. It's different in any given stage of life. It's different day to day. But can we presence and can we ask ourselves the question, where do I need more stillness? Where do I need to slow down? Where do I need to stop? Because the movement from faith to seeing, the movement in life happens more gracefully, and we're present to and aware of more when we slow down. But in our culture, we have a busyness addiction, don't we? We really do. We reinforce busy. We're sometimes so wound up, whether it's inside or outside. We're overdoing it. We're overpacked. Sometimes it's our stuff. Maybe for you today, it's your stuff. It's like that's where it is. It's like, maybe it's the emotions. Maybe it's the relationships. Maybe it's the drama, the internal. Maybe it's the external. Maybe it's hurrying and rushing to things. My minister friend Brenda recently posted a meme on Facebook from Joshua Becker that said, "Stop the glorification of busy. Busy in and of itself is not a badge of honor. It's okay to not be busy." She says that we've gotten so far out of balance in life that we have buried our ability to practice the Sabbath, to practice rest. I mean, have you noticed that everywhere you go, everything comes with you? It used to be you could go, right? I mean, for the most part, people do turn off their phones when they're in service, right? Not necessarily when you're at dinner. But it's like your work is with you, your relationships with you. That energy is there all the time, right? There's a sort of go, go, go all the time. And our culture prizes it, celebrates it. It's like, how do you feel? How does your mind feel when you're not productive? Do you know that it is, in our nature to have rest, Sabbath, hibernation, times of non-productiveness? And it is critical. It's important. And to some degree, we've lost that. But our spiritual work on the spiritual journey is to learn ourselves, to learn the laws of being, so that we can support our being. My daughter in the car ride here was working with magnets, and she has these little magnets, and some of them are sticks and some of them are balls, and she's back there and she's putting things together, and she's just going, it's not doing what I want it to do. And I said, well, hon, you need to learn it and what it does. The magnets will push each other away and others will pull themselves together. You need to learn it and work with it. She was trying to apply something to it that was not in its nature, right? Good luck, honey. You can sit there for a 16-hour drive and you're not going to get those magnets to shift. How often do we show up like that, though, with life? We push against it, we kick it, we say we got to keep going, we do whatever it is, right? You know what it is in you, thinking that it's going to change, when really there's a harmony, a song calling us, saying, come home, learn your nature, slow down, stop, find your Sabbath moments. I realized at one point that I was trying really hard to relax, to unwind. And so I kept going to things that, I thought helped me unwind, like doing things, like sit on the deck, do this. In nature, unwind. This is what unwinding is. And I realized that I was wound up inside. It didn't matter what I was doing or where I was going. It wasn't the stuff to go to, because the winding was just inside. And I had to shift my affirmation and just be like, unwind in here. Just like feel that first. Don't go to something and expect it to unwind you. Right? And hasn't the last few years taught us that, right? Like, how many things do you usually do to take care of yourself or to unwind that maybe haven't been as available in the last few years, right? Even if it's just like turning on the news and hearing like normal news. Like, wind. We owe it to ourselves and to our nature to learn the rhythm that honors our being in every moment, to govern the rhythm in your life. Whether it's the emotional rhythm, the mental, the relational, the spiritual, the physical. What is your form of overdoing it? Where are you overstuffing time, space, the body, the physical nature, whatever it is for you? What needs to slow down? Where can a Sabbath moment lead to a breakthrough? There is so much available in each moment that we fail to see because we're not paying attention and we move too fast. And I'm not just talking about our bodies or our voices. I was listening to the irony of this expression because I'm a fast talker. And I'm thinking this is going to be a fast talk on stillness. Dr. Amit Sood, who is a neuroscientist, he's a doctor that works with the Mayo Clinic. He's known as being the happiness doctor. And he teaches about stress and teaches about decompressing. And he teaches us about the mind and our nature. And he says that we have brain styles. We have the style of the brain, the operation of the brain that is in focus mode. And in focus mode, it would be like petting a dog or playing with a baby. It would be like doing something, zoning out on a hike, right? When you're in the zone, playing music. But when you're in the zone, meditating, it's like it opens up a creative space. There's an influx of energy. And then we have the other mind. It's the default mind. It's the wandering mind, he says. And he says that we spend 50 to 80% of our time in the wandering mind. The 80% in the wandering mind. And know what fills the wandering mind? What the wandering mind does, it has a just innate natural ability to focus on imperfections and negativity. He says our system is biased to focus on the negative, the threats, the imperfections, the regrets. He says that in any moment, it's running through the 150 undone tasks we have, or the 100 events that come by our radar every day, and maybe the 4 of them that were negative, but where do we go? If there's 96 that were positive, what are the 4 that were negative, right? And whoosh, the wandering mind likes to live there. And it's not enough to gear up with a 10-minute meditation or a vacation. It takes a spiritual practice of inner cultivation of stillness. It takes working with the laws of nature. There's an old Unity book called Working with the Law by Gardner Hunting. It was published in 1939. And he says this: knowledge of the laws involved in anything is not only the most valuable knowledge that we can have, but it is absolutely essential. Wayne Mueller, who is just one of my heroes. He's an author, he's a teacher, he's a man of words that I think soothe the soul. He talks about the Sabbath, and he talks about how we overdo it, we overstimulate, we overstuff, we overbuy, we overbusy, and how we have to honor our nature, that we're not designed for this. He says this, he says, in the relentless busyness of modern life, we have lost the rhythm between work and rest. When we do not practice the Sabbath, we tend to lose our way. We miss the quiet that would give us wisdom. We miss the joy and love born of effortless delight. Poisoned by a hypnotic belief that good things come only through unceasing determination and tireless effort, we can never truly rest. He says Sabbath time can be a revolutionary challenge to the violence of overwork, mindless accumulation, and the endless multiplication of desires, responsibilities, and accomplishments. Sabbath is a way of being in time where we remember who we are, remember what we know, and taste the gifts of spirit and eternity like a path through the forest. Sabbath creates a marker for ourselves. So if we are lost, we can find our way back to center. So are we willing to let go of the idea that even a vacation or a sabbatical or a 10-minute meditation is going to do the work of mindfulness and take on that inner work to create the observer's mind. To work with what is, to know that's the mind and that's what it will do, but it is mine to slow down and to create the stillness within, to honor my spirit, my beingness, to create different neural pathways, to slow down within. Wayne Mueller says, when we spend a few moments attending to something as uncomplicated as the rising and falling of our breath, our attention becomes more focused. We become relaxed and our minds feel clearer. By attending to the experience of the simple act of breathing, speaking, touching, and walking, we allow new experiences to take birth in our lives and hearts. Every act we perform with mindfulness and care may plant a seed of awakening on an individual, personal level and on a collective level. There is so much right here, available, accessible, waving, waiting, saying, come home if we would just come. Will we give ourselves permission to slow down, to cultivate stillness, to stop and rest as we cultivate seeds of awakening? Stay. So let us take this into practice as we prepare for meditation. I invite you to just take a few deep breaths right where you are. Gently close your eyes if you choose, knowing that there is nowhere to go, no thing to do. Give me this day my daily bread. Forgive me all my trespasses, and lead me not into dismay. Let me pray upon the highest hill. Let me know the beauty of thy will. From it, let me not stray, but deliver me from negativity. Baptize me in your majesty. Christen me with the love that is free. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. I realize that we are one, and only with these eyes do I see. Thy word is heard from mountains high, valleys low through summer skies, lands of war and lands where there is peace. Te Malkuta Nekadeshama Todel Hewa Hela Wateshbukta. From Catholic saints to Hindu names, Buddhist chants through Zen refrains, bless all the paths our feet walk to be free. Bless all the paths our feet walk to be free. Bless all the paths our feet walk to be free. Baruch atah Adonai, Om Shanti El Shaddai, Om Namah Shiva, Om Namah Shiva, Take an inhale and exhale into this moment. Just allowing the heart space to be open. Just tuning in and looking in, observing, watching. Dear one, you deserve stillness. And I am here. Governing the pace. Allowing the space to slow down. To become quiet. With the inhale and the exhale, we make a deep commitment to ourselves. Stop chasing, racing, spinning, filling. To deeply learn our nature. So that we may bring forth what is within us and what is among us. It is through the silence, through the stillness, that we enter the realm of awakening, awareness, mindfulness. So we slow down and breathe into the silence. By the power of this practice, may all beings have freedom from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings know they are born blessed and here to be a blessing. May all beings know God as love and themselves as emanations of this love. Stay.
Thank you. I am one of those busy. Yeah. So thank you for the invitation for us to slow down and to, just tap in. Everything is an inside job. And what a beautiful, eloquent way to refocus us in our consciousness. So thank you for that gift. So that's part of the stop, drop, rock and roll, right? So the stop part, that's where I'm at. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with it. I'm like, okay. So I would, I'd like to invite our prayer chaplains up, and Bobby Flowers Owenby, one of our board members, and Diane Swift, our prayer chaplain. And Bobby is carrying a blue box, which is our new way of receiving love offerings, and they are located at the door. And wow, even my talking is slower. Thank you for that. I think my family might appreciate that. So these blue boxes are our way of receiving your love offerings. There's many ways to give to support our ministry here at Unity of the Blue Ridge, and want to give us just a word of thanks for all of you virtually in-house that have shared your love and blessings in financial support to keep our doors open, to keep our ministry active, to allow us the space and the opportunity to continue teaching and serving and being a light in the world. So thank you for that. And Diane Swift is one of our prayer chaplains, and prayer chaplains are available for prayer after the service. So if you would like support in your consciousness, whether it's something you would like support to move through or something you would like to celebrate at an even grander scale, just engage in the power of prayer. We also have prayer request slips over there at the table by the back door, and they are held in prayer by our ministerial team, our prayer chaplains, our sacred prayer team, and then is sent to Silent Unity and held in prayer for 24/7 for 30 days. So we've got ya on that. So thank you for your support. Thank you for your consciousness. Thank you for your service. And now we're going to close with a song. Invite Kat up here, and we will just continue to know that all is well. Mm-hmm.
So good to know that all is well and beginning to unfold. All is well, all is well. Divine spirits dancing me right now. All is well, all is well, all is well and beginning to unfold. Okay, we got to get more oomph up in here. Don't you feel it's good to know that all is well? All is well. All is well. Let me hear you. Hold on. All is well. Sing. All is well. All is well. All is well. Don't you feel good? All is well. I just feel good. All is well. My soul is free. All is well. Down by the river. All is well. When you feel the water. All is well. Down by my skin. All is well. And I feel the sun, yeah. All is well. It's shining down, yeah. All is well. Up on the water. All is well. Up on the water. All is well. Up on the water. All is well. Then shine the sun. All is well. On in my soul, y'all. All is well. Deep down inside. All is well. 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 Say all is well. All is well. Say all is well. 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 I said all is well. All is well. Feel it in my heart, y'all. All is well. Feel it in my bones. All is well. I feel it in my back, y'all. All is well. In my toes. All is well. Spirit's here now. All is well. And all is well. All is well. Can you hear me talking? All is well. Can you feel me walking? All is well. 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 Say all is well. All is well. Down in my soul, y'all. All is well. Back in my heart, y'all. All is well. Feel it in my soul, y'all. All is well. Up in this house, y'all. All is well. Up on the steel. All is well. Coming out now, yeah. All is well. 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 And if all is as is
Yeah. Cat Williams and our Unity Band. Wow. I don't even know what to do with today. It's like mystical and mysterious and slowing down and speeding up and dancing and giving and serving and it's life. Yeah, that's the rock and roll part.
the rock and roll part.
Even when you're still, you're rocking and rolling. Awesome. Well, Reverend Erin, thank you so much for your message and your voice, and we look forward to having you back next weekend as well. Kat and the band, thank you so much. Yay. And so with the invitation to really consciously and intend on taking moments of the Sabbath. Is that what you called it? Yeah, I love the broken down into minutes. That worked for me, see? Yeah, so the invitation to just take some time this week to be still, to reground, to recenter, to remember who you are, who each of us is. So let us close with our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have a beautiful week.
Yeah.